I'm so glad we spent the last week on productivity, and I think using those tools and techniques, we probably have a little more time than before to focus on something that I feel is really important, and that is self-learning. So let's use this time of self-learning to upskill and reskill ourselves as a leader. I know the crazy times that we're going through right now with coronavirus in the air. In fact, it's an interesting observation I make about two different mindsets that I'm witnessing. So one is that of panic, where people only want to talk about the number of deaths, which all countries are getting impacted, how big a calamity is this, and spreading that panic around everywhere. But thankfully, there is another set of people who believe in using this downtime to up their game, who believe in preparing instead of panicking. And that's my tribe. I want to talk to this tribe today and see how we can use this downtime to up our game by upskilling and reskilling ourselves. So allow me a few series from this video onwards to put together 6 elements which I feel are really important for us to upskill ourselves in today's time. And I've tried to make this as sector agnostic as possible. I don't think with a tribe like mine, I need to spend much time on why is upskilling important. Well, of many other reasons, there's an interesting statistics that I wanted to share with you from World Economic Forum that says that 65% of children entering into primary school right now will be doing jobs that don't even exist currently. And that's how quickly things are going to get obsolete around us. So the first space where we need to upskill ourselves out of the 6 that I want to discuss is technology. Well, another interesting statistics from World Economic Forum says that before 2022, if human species remains, that is, we will lose probably 75 million jobs. But at the same time, we will also add 133 million jobs within the same time frame. But this net positive of 58 million jobs are going to be those who are qualified technology professionals. And that is the importance of technology and the reason why we need to upskill ourselves as leaders in the space of technology. I think within technology, there's a plethora of things one can talk about. But for me, there are 5 things very, very critical within this space that as leaders, we need to be on top of. The first in the list for me is artificial intelligence and machine learning. Now, I know we all know some bit about it, but knowing some bit is no good if we don't know how to make this relevant for our enterprise and our business. So I urge you to go deeper into your understanding of artificial intelligence and machine learning and see how, if not now, then in near future, you can leverage on this technology to increase the productivity or the results of your service or product. The second important element of technology is business analytics and data science. Everything that we do today is data-driven. Every decision we make is based on data. We, in fact, as humans have become data ourselves. And while that might be a spooky thought, it's also very interesting and intriguing for us to understand how technology is making so much information available to us that we can benefit from. So how can I use data science for my business is a question that I want to ask myself as a leader. The third space that we need to know a lot about is cloud computing. Every storage device today is already obsolete. I haven't seen a CD in a long time. We're not even using hard disk as much. In fact, it comes with very limited storage now because everything is getting stored in the clouds. How does that work? How is that a backbone to data management today? Is very important for us to know as leaders. How are we going to prepare ourselves to use this form of technology for our business? So cloud computing is something that we need to know a lot more about than we do already. The fourth thing is a function of all these 3 things being important, and that is cybersecurity. The fact that every single piece of information is literally in clouds now is a reason for us to create a more secured environment so that our customers also feel safe and secure in dealing with us. Cybersecurity is a subject that we cannot ignore any longer. We need to understand as leaders what are the privacy environment and security environment that we can create for our business, our customers, and our industry. And lastly, digital marketing. There are many agencies who can do a fantastic job at it, and they do. There are also many people we can hire and create an in-house team. But as leaders, I think I can understand and sense the power of digital marketing if I get involved in it myself. Not to say that that's the piece I want to do on my own, but I definitely need to understand that in as much detail as possible so that I can guide my team effectively to use digital marketing and create that as the strength of our entire marketing arm. So I think these 5 elements within technology is what we need to focus on and increase our knowledge on this. Let me leave you with a little bit of a homework, if I may. I invite you to go deeper into this, do your own research, and see if you can talk about each one of these 5 topics for at least 30 minutes, which should include how every piece is relevant or will soon be relevant for your enterprise and your industry. If you're able to do this and talk about it for 30 minutes, then I think you know sufficiently enough about this piece of upskilling. While you're at it, please remember to stay safe and stay connected. I'll see you soon.